I told my dad I want to win the U.S. Open when I grow up. I want to be able to win this title. So, and it also is the first place I've actually ever won a Grand Slam was here on Arthur Ashe Stadium. So it just has so many great memories, and it means everything. Take every match really serious. I don't look too far in the draw. I just look at the first one, and for me, my competition comes with each match. Every match is going to be a very, very tough competition for me, and I just stay focused on one at a time.
Yeah, I've enjoyed my tennis the last few weeks, but now it's time for business. This is a huge tournament for me. It was came here the first time when I was 15 and played my first Grand Slam final here, my first Grand Slam win here, and won the juniors here when I was 17. So I love this tournament.
Thank you, Eddie. All right, thank you. All right, and in 3, 2, 1, everybody look to your right.
Young people stand in the vanguard of sustained change. Creation, existence, history, and civilization are the very result of an exchange of ideas. The cultural forces, systems, and our very lives depend largely on an active negotiation of our shared reality. Nigeria's present and its future thus depends on her young and vibrant generation. The discourse for that reality begins here.
Join the ongoing conversation on Rubbing Minds every Sunday at 3 p.m. on Channels TV or on channelstv.com. Follow the conversation online on www.yniger.com/rubbing-minds and on Twitter at YNigerTV with the hashtag Rubbing Minds. With your host, Ebuka Obi Uchendu, a YTV production in conjunction with Channels Television.
Channels Television and Reinvent Media Limited presents a special program on child marriage.
We speak to the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is at the center of the controversy.
Fine by when a girl starts menstruation. So a girl can start menstruation at 9, 10, 12, 13, 15. And when she starts seeing, when the breasts, are fully matured. And so it is not by age. That's what we are saying, and that is why that provision was made.
But what is it exactly that legitimizes the senator's right to marry girls that by today's societal norm would be considered children?
Islamic law allows marriage not by age, but by maturity, as you quoted rightly, and puberty. Once a girl reaches the age of puberty and is assumed to be matured, and who determines who's matured? The parents.
So, just how many young girls does the senator have as wives?
Why? This is so fascinating.
Watch this special interview with Senator Ahmed Yerima this Sunday at 9 p.m. only on Channels Television.
You're welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday. And yes, my experts are seated. Jimmy.
Always a pleasure to be here, and it's good to see Yemi back once again. Cecilia, nice to see you.
I can't remember the last time I saw Yemi, like 3-4 weeks ago.
Good afternoon, viewers. It's good to be back.
All right, so you had them. Jimmy has helped up in finishing the introduction of everybody. But we are starting from the U.S. Open. Let us start ladies first,
okay.
After men.
And we'll start with Serena first, and Andy Murray, who is not under any pressure because he said he was just he will come into the U.S. Open to enjoy himself. That pressure of having to be winning the first Grand Slam is no longer there. Remember, it was the U.S. Open that opened the way actually for him to start winning a Grand Slam. Right now he has won 2. I remember before now we're actually saying Andy Murray yet to win a Grand Slam. I think it was same time last year we're talking about him not winning anything. But right now he has won 2 Grand Slam, which is a good one for him. But back to the main lady, I'm talking about Serena Williams going into her 5th US Open title. And of course, last year she beat Serena Williams, Victoria Azarenka yes. to the title. And in Cincinnati, that's the only tournament she hasn't won. Victoria Azarenka, of course,
$1 million.
Defeated, and of course, the $1 million. You were talking about that $1 million. The emphasis on it was just so much
like
that she has won a Montreal, and of course, she needs to win this one and win the US Open and get the $1 million. But right now, the $1 million is off. But the big thing is that she will be 32 on September 26th. Yep. That means if she gets to win the US Open and she turns 32, she'll become the oldest woman to actually win that, which is a good one. 49 days from Roger Federer, exactly. And she said every time she lost any game, she get pumped up, she wants to perform better. So losing to Azarenka, it simply means she might just win the US Open again, because that's what actually set the pace for her to really want to show Victoria Azarenka that she is superior when it comes to Grand Slam.
I think for me the biggest snag
for the male, let's look at the male.
No, actually I was looking at the biggest snag for the women's.
No, let's go straight to the male.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mariam Batoli, she's not playing. She has retired.
I think for the male, we have a Nadal that might just about surprise everybody on hard court. He's been very imperious this season, having 15-0 record, and it looks almost like he's beating everybody, and he wants to replicate the kind of feat that Novak Djokovic did in 2011. He's gone very, very deep into, making sure that the aggressiveness gives him the results. And at the end of the day, you look at it, maybe, just maybe, the likes of Roger Federer might be thinking of retirement. That's what everybody would be looking at.
Since you have said about that one, Yemi, is it time for Federer to go seeded 7th in this tournament? I mean, the guy he was losing to 114, 107, 109.
116.
These are actually not the best time for Roger Federer, you might want to say. Considering the fact that he's not done so well, losing to Rafael Nadal at the quarterfinals of the Cincinnati Masters, Federer changing racket again, something he has not done in over a decade,
from 90 to 98,
trying to see whether that can help his game. But of course, this is not good times for Roger Federer. And now a man, Rafael Nadal, coming back from a 7-month injury layoff. When everybody hears that name now, he instills fear. He has the best head-to-head record against the world top 30.
The world top 30.
So
head-to-head against the world top 30.
The only player he's not got that is Nikolai Davydenko, 5'6".
Exactly. 12 times.
Nikolai Davydenko is not top 30.
He's not even
top 30. Yes.
Top 30, exactly. 12-time Grand Slam champion. And after coming back since February, he's won 15-0 on hard court. He's done that in India, Wells, Montreal, and in Cincinnati. So whichever way you want to look at it now, Nadal is the man to beat, and everybody seems to agree with that. So including Djokovic, even Murray.
Can you rule out Jimmy? Can you rule out the Joker?
Well, I think about now, it doesn't look too good for it. It doesn't seem. It looks like he's lost the appetite. There's something missing. He's got an uptight stomach.
Was it Bedic also who beat him at Cincinnati?
Almost everybody's beating him. For this season, he's not been imperious at all. And you consider the fact that Nadal is coming off. The only fear I've got for Nadal has to be the fact that he doesn't get injured along the line, because he seems to be pushing it. Coming off that injury layoff, and you are getting all the results. He's won 60 matches, if I'm not mistaken. Lost 4, won 9 titles. He's won more Masters, 5 Masters already.
11 out of 12 finals.
11 out of 12 finals. Imperious. Even the person that won the most last season was David Ferrer. He won 7. Already he's won 9, and the season has not ended. We just at August right about now, and there are still Masters to be played. And it seems like, what is happening? Is it that the game is not competitive?
The guy has 26 one Masters 1000. The closest person is Federer with 21.
He has got 1,500 ATP points, more than any other player on court, and that is improbable. You look at how. From last season, it was almost nowhere.
I think he just doesn't want to play at its best, because sometimes there are some tournaments you target. To me, I feel maybe he's targeting this US Open, and of course maybe the World Top Finals later
Novak?
in the year. I'm talking about Novak Djokovic. When you look at some matches that he lost, very painful. But he said actually that has not really affected his confidence and all that. So when you look at the players he has lost to recently, you look at Novak Djokovic and you feel, is he keeping that thing, that zeal that he had, for the major finals, which is the US Open, the last Grand Slam of the year, and of course the World Tour Finals. That's what I think.
And the funniest thing, the 3 players that have won all slams this season, they have just been one player winning one
slam. Exactly.
The big question mark for me was,
but I think Djokovic has a chance of winning the US Open and
in the final of the last 4 Grand Slams
very consistent
that he has played.
And the Murray has been
out of Freya, that the only one is not there. All other ones he has been in the final.
And the Murray has been consistent, and you can't rule him out. He's a defending champion. Yep. We saw the progression since last season.
Especially when Ivan Lendl came into the picture.
Came into the picture. He became a better player. Yes. But looking at Nadal again, there is something that has changed about his game. Nadal used to be aggressive, but he's a lot more aggressive. He pushes the way he attacks now.
Exactly.
He instills fear into the opponent.
I think he feels he's got few years to be at his best.
And he actually mentioned that because due to his knee injury, I think he's trying to just push whatever he can get now.
Push himself
to the limit.
They have six Grand Slam to close up. Anyway, we'll look about that one. Let us round up.
There's actually one leg that will not be at the US Open.
That is why I want us to use that to